A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, President Donald Trump is making headlines once again as he prepares to deploy thousands of troops to Washington, D.C., coinciding with his 79th birthday and the Army's 250th anniversary. This spectacle, which includes a massive military parade featuring tanks, helicopters, and thousands of soldiers, marks a significant moment in Trump's presidency, showcasing his desire to assert control and project strength amidst rising tensions both domestically and internationally. Reflecting on his past decisions during the summer of 2020, Trump expressed regret for not deploying federal troops during the protests that erupted following the killing of George Floyd. He stated, "If I had to do it again, I would have brought in the military immediately," suggesting that he believes a more aggressive approach could have quelled unrest in cities like Minneapolis and Portland. As he campaigns for the 2024 election, Trump has doubled down on this sentiment, lamenting his restraint in dealing with what he calls crime-dense cities. Fast forward to the recent protests in Los Angeles over immigration raids, and Trump seized the opportunity to take action. On June 8th, he federalized the California National Guard, deploying over 4,000 troops to the area without the consent of Governor Gavin Newsom. This unprecedented move has raised eyebrows and sparked legal battles, with California's Attorney General accusing Trump of trying to manufacture chaos for political gain. Legal experts are now debating the constitutionality of Trump's actions, particularly his use of a 1903 law that allows the president to mobilize the National Guard in times of rebellion or danger. Critics argue that this move undermines state sovereignty and sets a dangerous precedent for future domestic military involvement. U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer echoed these concerns, warning that Trump's actions threaten the constitutional balance of power between federal and state governments. As the legal battle unfolds, Trump is also contemplating invoking the Insurrection Act, which would allow him to use the military for law enforcement purposes against civilian populations. This law has not been used since 1992 and would grant Trump significant power to deploy troops in ways that many fear could lead to tyranny at home. The specter of military force being used to suppress dissent raises profound questions about the implications for democracy and civil liberties in the United States. Amidst these developments, Trump's planned military parade in D.C. is set to be a grand affair, featuring an array of military hardware and demonstrations. Critics have voiced their concerns about the appropriateness of such a display, particularly in light of ongoing protests against his administration's policies. On the same day, demonstrations under the banner, No King's Day, are expected to take place across nearly 2,000 cities nationwide, highlighting the stark division in public sentiment. As Trump prepares to showcase his military might, he has issued warnings to any potential protesters in D.C., stating they will face very big force. Security measures are being ramped up, with officials monitoring the situation closely, although they do not anticipate widespread counter-protests. The juxtaposition of a military spectacle in the Capitol against the backdrop of civil unrest elsewhere in the country underscores the tension that has characterized Trump's presidency. Furthermore, this military display comes at a time of heightened tensions in the Middle East, following recent attacks on Iran's nuclear sites by Israel and Iran's retaliatory actions. As the world watches, the implications of Trump's military maneuvers extend far beyond the borders of the United States, raising questions about his approach to international relations and conflict. In conclusion, Trump's military parade and his recent decisions to deploy troops domestically signal a significant shift in the relationship between the federal government and state authorities. As he embraces a more aggressive stance, the potential consequences for civil liberties and the balance of power in the United States remain to be seen. With the nation divided and tensions running high, the coming days will be pivotal in shaping the future of Trump's presidency and the fabric of American democracy. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.